Hey guys, doing my annual playoff predictions for this year. One thing I want to mention is that I have not seen Sunday Night Football, so I've recorded one scenario where the Raiders win and then one where the Chargers win. I'm praying that the game doesn't end in a tie. So anyways, I've done this in years previous. This year, for the first time on YouTube, my Seahawks aren't in it, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Well, part of the reason I said they would win the Super Bowl last year was because I was a Seahawks fan. Now they're not in it, so this is 100% non-biased who I think's gonna win. Anyways, let's get started. AFC wildcard, I got Chiefs 34-17. I know the Steelers, it's a great story that they're in the playoffs, but I think we can all say that the Chiefs are a much way better team, much more better team, and then for the Steelers, they can't offensively keep up with the Chiefs. The Chiefs were playing hurt in Week 18, and they still found a way to win. If Tyreek Hill can heal up, if that whole entire team could heal up, I see this being not that really a close affair. Next up in the AFC wildcard, the toughest game I had to predict. Patriots beat the Bills in Buffalo, and then the Bills beat the Patriots in Buffalo, or in New England. So this game can go either way. Josh Allen's been inconsistent ASF this year. I mean, versus Jacksonville, versus Atlanta, but then there's those games where he goes off. This is a division rival. Both teams have really good defenses. I mean, Buffalo's number one against the pass. New England's number four against the pass. In points, New England's first in overall points, or I mean, in points allowed. Buffalo's second in points allowed. Buffalo's still a good defense despite losing Tre'Davious White, one of the best corners in the NFL. Rookie quarterback Mac Jones, inconsistent. Patriots still, it's Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time. I'm sort of regretting me picking this. I sort of want to change this, but I'm not going to change it. I think Bills win 20-15, close game, low scoring game. Last AFC wild card, I'm going to go with the Bengals. They win in the playoffs for the first time since 1991. I just think offensively, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, C.J. Uzama, they can't, you know, oh, Las Vegas. They got Darren Waller coming back. He's going to be healthy. Josh Jacobs is injury prone. I mean, every week he's on the injury list, whether it's ribs, knees, shoulder. But Raiders defensively they've shocked me this year. They've been up there. They're top 10 against the pass, and them and Arizona have like a consistent defense when you look at pass points and rush of how they play. Um, anyways, despite that though, the Raiders still are 24th again in overall or in points allowed. That being said, it wouldn't shock me if the Raiders won, but I just think Bengals are a very better team. NFC wildcard, first upset alert. I got the Eagles 27-24, and I'm just going to come out and say it the obvious. No Chris Godwin, no AB, banged up Mike Evans, banged up Rob Gronkowski, banged up Leonard Fournette. I mean, this entire Bucks and Buccaneers team is hurt. Outside of the Ravens, all right, y'all heard me. Outside of the Ravens, the Buccaneers are doing worse on injuries than anyone else. The Eagles are hot right now. They just rested a lot of their starters, and they have a good run game. I mean, when they face the Jets, Gardner Minshew, despite underthrowing a few passes and they still were complete, they can run. I know Tampa, they're third against the rush, but that's because you could pass all over them. Philly, just I feel that Philly magic. I feel it. I think Jalen Hurts does good. I think this game's still close, and I think Eagles upset Tampa Bay. NFC wildcard, I got the third seed Cowboys beating the Niners 32-20. I think although Trayvon Diggs, you can say, has been slightly overrated, he gets those turnovers, but I don't trust Jimmy Garoppolo, especially in the playoffs. Yeah, they went to a Super Bowl with him, but Jimmy Garoppolo really inconsistent, really inaccurate at times. I think the Cowboys are the way better team. I think Dallas beats them by 10 plus. I mean, Dak just destroyed the Eagles. I know it was Week 18 and they weren't really playing for much, but I think the Cowboys have a really good performance in this one. Last NFC wildcard, the Rams and the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are very similar to the Steelers last year. Everybody, they go off, everyone's doing good, and what do you know? They stink it up and they're going to lose in the first round. I think Matthew Stafford finally gets his first playoff win, and I think the Rams play good. I'll make a bold prediction here and say Odell has more receiving yards than Cooper Kupp. You heard that right. Odell. You know, no, not Odell. Sorry, my bad. I'm not saying Odell. Van Jefferson has more receiving yards than Cooper Cup, not Odell. My bad. And they might be getting Cam Akers back. And Cam Akers tore his ACL in like July, and he's already going to be back after 6 months. What a warrior! And this Rams defense, by the way, has been completely terrible for the names you have on that defense. I don't even need to mention Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, the Von Millers. For the names on that defense, for you to be playing this bad, it's inexcusable. But I still have them winning. AFC Divisional, I got the Titans 30-22. I think this Titans team, since I compared the Cardinals to the Steelers, I want to compare this Titans team to a recent team, the 2017 Philadelphia Eagles. Why? Because the Eagles were a number one seed, and everybody, including myself, did not ever dare to think that they would win the Super Bowl. And this Titans team, they're dangerously overshadowed or underrated. I mean, Derrick Henry's going to be coming back, and I know a lot of people, even myself, don't think maybe he's going to fit right into schemes right away and just go over like what he was doing before the injury, like go over 150 rushing yards. I mean, plus this is the postseason, and technically, or most of the time, defenses step up during the postseason. That's why the average score of these games are always lower. But I think despite that Derrick Henry thing, Julio Jones finally had a good week. It took him 18 weeks to finally have one. I know he's been hurt, but if Julio is healthy, if AJ Brown is healthy, this Titans team is going to shock people, and I think they beat the Bengals, and Bengals build back stronger next year. Next in the AFC divisional, I got the Chiefs 24-20. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think Josh Allen, you know, yes, he beat the Chiefs finally in Arrowhead, but this time around in the playoffs, it's not happening. Chiefs win 24-20. I think Chiefs run the football on Buffalo, and this is a surprisingly low-scoring game. I think it'll be a good game, and I just don't think anybody on that Bills. I know they still have the number one secondary in the NFL. I just don't think they'll be able to tame, Kansas City's weapons, injured or not. In the NFC divisional, we got the Packers and the Eagles. I'm gonna go Packers here. Safe choice. I think Aaron Rodgers goes to the NFC Championship. I think they're the better team than the Eagles. And at this point, the Eagles, I know it's a loser mindset or a loser mentality of me to say this, but you already won. I mean, you already beat the Buccaneers. I don't think you'll beat Aaron Rodgers, the MVP. I think Gardner Minshew, geez, he has to get traded. The Eagles have the best quarterback depth in the NFL, hands down. I think Rodgers, it's gonna be one of those games where the Packers don't go off, but they do enough to win. And they have a really good defense, by the way. Don't let the stats fool you. The Packers have a good defense, even with Jair Alexander out. NFC Divisional, we got the Cowboys and the Rams, a rematch of the NFC Divisional few years back, 2 years back to be, or 3 years back to be precise. I think Cowboys win this. I think Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys are going to the NFC Championship. I think Stafford loses that entire one hit wonder that the Rams hoped would win them a Super Bowl. They went all out. They traded two firsts for Stafford. They traded picks for Von Miller. They traded for Odell Beckham Jr. I think, or sorry, they didn't trade for Odell Beckham Jr. They signed Odell Beckham Jr. I think that flops in their face and they lose. The Los Angeles refs, and yes, I'm still salty about that Seattle call. I think that Dallas beats them at home, and I think Mike McCarthy coaches well and he uses his timeouts well. I think the Cowboys win. They get the revenge from 3 years back, and I think Amari Cooper has and CeeDee Lamb, but I think they'll match Ramsey on Cooper more than they do with CeeDee Lamb. I think Cooper has a good day on Ramsey, and yeah, Schultz scores two touchdowns. AFC Championship. I got the Tennessee Titans. Yep, you heard that right. 38-27, beating the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs are going to stop Julio. I don't think they're going to stop AJ Brown, and I don't think they're going to stop Derrick Henry. I think they can maybe stop two of them, but not all three. I think the Titans surprisingly play well. I don't think it'll be a blowout like when they played earlier this year, where I'm gonna be honest, I thought the Chiefs, if anyone, were gonna blow them out, and I was wrong. I think the Titans win this game and they advance to the Super Bowl for the first time since 2000. And you'll have to wait to see who I think will win. NFC Championship. You know Aaron Rodgers can't win an NFC Championship for his life. That is, unless he plays the Cowboys in the playoffs. You know what happens when Rodgers, the bad man, plays in the Cowboys in the playoffs. Oof. I think, ironically, Aaron Rodgers, since beating Jay Cutler in the NFC Championship, will finally win an NFC Championship because the Cowboys' kryptonite is Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying that. And Packers, they destroy the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys make it way more farther than people thought. That being said, they don't go to the Super Bowl. Packers finally go to the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers goes to the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna be honest, it pains me to say this, but in the Super Bowl, I have two number one seeds. I know this is the first time in 4 years of me predicting that I actually had two number one seeds. Just pointing that out. I'm not first time I've ever predicted two number one seeds going to the Super Bowl, but this year I think it's going to happen, and I have the Tennessee Titans winning because I'm a big curse guy, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be dealing with the MVP curse. Titans win the Super Bowl 30-24. It's an underdog story, and they're the number one seed. I'm just going to say that. They're going to be underdogs throughout the playoffs, except maybe the divisional, and they're going to win the Super Bowl. That's my prediction. I think Titans win the Super Bowl 30-24. And how ironic that after week one, when everybody was saying they sucked because they got blown out by Arizona, they're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm just saying that. I'm very confident. Titans 30-24. That is my prediction. Titans fans, hopefully this stays accurate because I'm sort of rooting for the Titans. My Seahawks are out of it. And if this stays true, the Titans will finally win a Super Bowl, their first Super Bowl, and that's always nice to see a franchise win their first Super Bowl. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Tell me in the comments below who you think's going to the Super Bowl, who you think's going to win. Give me your whole entire playoff bracket. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.